Greetings and salutations, Earthlings. Zube here. I'm just messing around. um, I really wanted to come on here and talk for a little bit about things that I have going on. I do want to thank my longtime subscribers as well as my new subscribers. My longtime subscribers for hanging in there and my new subscribers for giving me a chance. And the YouTube audience is sort of a mystery to me. I don't know who a lot of you are. Some people I even know, like I forget that some of my friends actually watch this, which is kind of funny because they'll mention my YouTube channel or whatever. But really, from the bottom of my heart, I have been doing this for 7 years, and mostly it's a project for me, because I have learned and grown through the process of doing this. This is sort of my practice space for being authentic, because authenticity has been really weird for me, specifically in the past almost 8 years since I've gotten sober, just because simultaneously I've had like a question mark around court and judges and things with my kids. And not that any of this conversation is going to be about that specifically, but it's weird when you know that anything you say online might be like played in front of a judge, like, and a courtroom. It's just, that's, what was in my head. It never fucking happened, of course, but I always monitored kind of what I was saying. Like I had to second guess. And so now I have this automatic monitoring device in my head that I would like to do away with, because I want to be able to speak more freely. So this is a practice and an exercise in all of that. And some of you guys have hung out with me while I've been doing this, possibly without you even knowing about it, for quite a while. And I just want to say I'm very, very grateful. I also turned 50. I have some notes down here. So I just turned 50. I have to keep notes about stuff so I don't leave anything out. And I've been thinking a lot about my 40th birthday. There was an advertisement put in the paper about my favorite bar called Uhlers in Breckenridge, Colorado. And it was like, it's Zuby's birthday. The first 40 mimosas are on the house. I mean, what does that say about me? Like, but that's how I went into my 40s. Okay. And I still have a lot of those friends. Like, I thought it was a pretty funny, cool thing to do. And, it was pretty funny and cool. But this decade, I got sober. And so coming into my 50s, I'm really excited about proactively taking care of myself and doing things that are good for me and really being who I am and who I want to be. I've done so many things because I'm also like 50. Are you kidding? I don't feel 50. But then sometimes I do when I'm getting out of bed, But I've started Pilates. I've been working on my diet. I know my entire life, people have always said to me, oh, just wait until you turn 30. Oh, just wait until you turn 40. Oh, just wait until you have kids, because I've just genetically always been thin. That's, it didn't matter what I ate, none of it. 30s came around, didn't change. 40s came around, didn't change. It's starting to change now. And I don't all that much care about thinness or weight, but I was feeling like shit for a little while, probably specifically in the past year, which may have some to do with me entering my crone phase. And I'm perimenopausal or whatever guys. Sorry. I think any guy that's hanging out on this channel has got to be pretty chill with the crone talk. But I just want to feel good in my body. I don't care what the number on the scale is, but I was feeling really, really bloated. And so I'm kind of sorting through my diet and making changes and adjustments, lowering my sugar. I'm not obsessing over it, but it's been actually really fun. And I have felt really, really good for the past month or so. And so while I'm having a bit of a glow up, I wanted to do a glow up on my channel too. I'd like to be more intentional about what I post and still keep the authenticity. I love the random readings and I will keep them up, but I have had this fear of coming on and doing different things because what if I lose people? And I only have 159 subscribers. However, if I can't shift and change, then that's okay because I'm a big person for saying sometimes I follow a channel for like, there was one I followed for 3 years, and then one day I was like, I'm done. And that's okay. That's it because people grow and evolve, and sometimes we go in different directions. But one of the ways that I will be evolving on here is probably just having more chatty videos. So that is one of the things. I also am really, really, really excited about doing this podcast with Rosalinda, who is freaking amazing. I absolutely love her. And the podcast is going to be called The Teresa Show. It means a lot to me. And Rosalinda has decided to join me. And I feel really blessed for that as like a guest star. Shoot, we were coming up with the name the other day. But it may take a bit for her and I to find our cadence, and not to mention, I don't the internet at my house. Now I have like this awesome house, and we don't get very good internet here, so we're trying to sort out some technical issues. If you would bear with us, but my reason for starting that channel, the Teresa Show. It's called that because I have been called that, the Teresa Show, as an insult. And so I wanted, at the time I heard it, I was like, someday maybe. And so that's why it's called that. But this is where, like, when I was getting on my spiritual path, my awakening, etc., I was coming out of a time in my life where I listened to everybody and I always tried to follow advice. I asked people, what should I do? What should I do? What should I do? And then I did shit I didn't want to do because somebody else said that's what I should do. And afterwards, I would feel sorry for myself. But the fact is, it was easier for me to ask for advice, see what other people thought I should do, and then do that so that I could get mad at other people if what I did didn't work out. So after rehab, I just really started doing everything kind of in secret. I started learning about spirituality on my own. I had some very key figures in my life, like teachers who were my style, meaning very hands-off, like they swore a lot. I needed a teacher who swore a lot. But anyway, all of that to say, I did a lot of exploration by listening to podcasts, and the people who spoke to me the most were literally people doing what I'm doing, where they're sitting behind a desk, just being who the fuck they are, and talking about their spiritual journeys and the modalities that they used, whether it was astrology or massage or none or, whatever. But I like to really down to earth people. And sometimes down to earth people don't draw a whole big crowd. And I'm okay with that. I'm quite okay with that. This is a real day to day in the grocery store. You know, I went to share something the other day and I had timed it perfectly with astrology. It's called an election. No, darn it. Susanna and I just figured this out. Electional chart. I think that's what it's called. Where we do the timing, and I had it to go at the perfect time, and then my son came in and asked me a question about something with school, and so it was like 8 minutes late, and the chart was still good, but this is fucking real life. Like we're doing this here on Earth, and when I meditate, I'm always trying. I'm always not trying. I'm bringing myself down into my body. Sometimes it gets trippy and weird up here, and that's always fun. But the point of being on Earth is being on Earth. So I kind of, you know, get down with that. Anyway, let me look at what else I have here. So yes, where was I? I want these to be more purposeful posts, more sharing some of the wisdom that I have gained throughout my journey. And you guys, I've gained a lot like that, through really, really hard, why the fuck do I have to go through this kind of stuff? And I just want to share that because then it brings meaning to some of the bullshit that I've been through. I mean, I could just like rattle off some in my life. I was raped when I was in college. I got married. I had miscarriages. I ended up struggling with addictions. I lost custody of my kids. Just a lot of things have gone wrong. And I've gotten through them. And sometimes I don't know how. Like, once I get through something, I'm like, how did I not lose the will to live? And I think over the course of my lifetime, I have been taking notes on exactly just how I have managed to do that. And I'd like to share it. So, thank you so much for being here. And I would love to hear any ideas or things that people out there are interested in learning about, or have questions about that you're afraid to ask people in real life. You can email me. My email is down below. If you don't want to comment publicly, I would just like for this to be a space where the curious can come and learn and share and grow. And moving forward, this feels like the way. Just people next to each other, shoulder to shoulder, sharing with one another and talking about what works for them. And I am really feeling called to start moving in that way. I don't know why I'm having such a hard time saying that. Anyway, the garbage truck is going by. I don't know if you can hear it, but I'm going to bring this to a conclusion. I've been upgraded. I don't know if you guys are feeling it, and not just because I turned 50. A lot of, especially spiritual people, but not all, that I have talked to are doing things like completely out of nowhere, quitting things, changing their diet, taking up new hobbies, moving in new ways, moving in new directions. And it all seems very like vibe shift, spirit led. And that's part of what this is. So, anyway, thank you so much if you're still even here. If you are here, an extra special thank you for still being here and listening to me ramble. And I hope you have a great day on Earth. And I'm really looking forward to the future here on my channel. Peace. Namaste.